Hello, everyone. Welcome to Elevating Your Life. I have a fantastic guest today, and we are just charged up and ready to go. Fellow energy sister, and we've been talking about Sedona, and we are ready to share. Anyway, we have with us today Rosanna Lenco. She is an award-winning finalist of the 2010 International Book Awards, 2010 National Indie Excellence Awards, National Best Books 2009 Awards, and the best-selling author of Awakening the Divine Soul, Finding Your Life Purpose. She's an ordained minister with a bachelor's degree in metaphysical science and is pursuing a PhD in philosophy, specializing in mystical research. She is also the founder of Motivational Mentoring for the Soul. And her latest book is Enter the Journey, a mystical guide for rebirth and renewal. And it opens the imagination and takes you on an extraordinary adventure from the wintry Arctic landscape to the portals and vortexes of Sedona, Arizona's red rocks. Assisted by power animals and spirit guides, Enter the Journey will return you to your true essence and compel you to embrace your destiny in a new equilibrium. I am so excited to have you. Thank you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Paula. I am so excited to be here, and I could really feel your wonderful energy. This is a beautiful connection. So thank you so much for inviting me to your wonderful show.
So welcome.
The heart chakra is opening.
Yes. I would love you to share a bit more of your background and kind of, what's brought you to where you are, and then creating this amazing book that you've just created.
Oh, where do I start? I'm a shamanic practitioner. I've been practicing shamanism for over 30 years. I'm a psychic medium, a healer, a mentor, and a writing coach. And I've been on this magical journey, mystical journey, and it keeps evolving, as we continue to grow and we continue to look at both the shadow and the light within us. I think that has a lot to do with evolving as a spiritual being, merging the two together and really coming back to a place of your authentic self, authenticity.
Yeah. So for those wondering what that is, what is that's in us, quote, the shadow, compared to the light? Tell us a bit more about that.
Well, the shadow is that part of us that we don't like. We have a hard time with, and it's normal. We all have the shadow. We all have the light. The shadow's that part of us that is the fear, is, dealing with deeper wounds, emotions, allowing the emotions to move through us. And when we embrace the shadow, then we can get to that place of light. And I believe, shadow work. Sometimes the word shadow scares people, but it's actually the biggest blessing. If we could sit with those parts of ourselves that we're not really comfortable with, and we could admit, right? We could all admit, well, I don't really like that part of myself so much, or, why am I behaving this way? We're human. Yes, we are in both worlds, as you know, Paula. We love to be the walkers between the worlds. But we're here for this earth journey. And if we can embrace it for all that we are and really embrace each and every part of us, that will bring us to a journey of liberation.
Yes, yes. And one of my most amazing things in my shaman training in Sedona was journeying outside of the body. I literally came home just saying to myself, I see through new eyes.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I think you said that perfectly, because that's what happens. We can see through new eyes because we have this perception and, perspective and perception on things. And some of us, well, probably most of us, at one time of another in our lives, we stay stuck. So if we can get those new eyes, if we can see with new eyes, have a different perspective on things, that will help to shift and to help move us along the way. Because that's a question I get from so many people and from all of my clients. How can I move through this stagnant energy? How can I get through this? I just feel like I'm stuck.
Mhm. Yeah, when you move away from that and let that go, to move into the present moment and what's ahead, and get into the flow of your life.
That's right.
You're opening up and letting so much in, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. And again, using the river, let's use Cathedral Rock, the feminine vortex in Sedona, perfect example. And you've been there, so you know what I'm talking about. And anyone else who has been there. And if you haven't been there, you can tap into the energy. Take this moment to tap into the wonderful energy of the flowing river. And if we can flow into our natural rhythm, life will be so different. That's when life changes. It really does.
Yes. And something I learned that just kind of came to me, and it's like, this is how I see it. We get in that flow in the river, and then there's going to be rocks. There's going to be sticks in the river. There's going to be things that, ouch, or this isn't our way. And that's what life is.
It is.
But we move past them and we continue in that flow. And when I perceived that mindset, it was like just setting me free, to what will manifest. Yeah.
Well, everything changes then. And of course, again, you said it so beautifully. There's rocks, there's sticks. And this really is each and every one of our life's journeys. Doesn't matter where we're from, where we come from, who we are, what experiences we have had. We're really all alike when it comes down to it. So if we could move with it, surrender, into acceptance, and then move into the flow. It's when we resist, that's when we start to have the stagnant energy, the frustration. If we could embrace it, the energy of resistance, embrace that and befriend it, right? Make it our friend and say, okay, all right, show me. Maybe I don't want to see it right now. Okay, surrender into it. Show me what I need to see, what I need to feel. Let me move through the rhythm of it. Your life will change. It really will.
Yeah. Oh, that is so true. That is so true. Oh, the change, beautiful change. For those that are listening that really aren't familiar with what shamanic journeying is and what that can do, share a bit more about that, please.
Well, shamanic journeying and how I teach it is a simple technique. It's a drum journey, although you can use a crystal bowl, you can use a didgeridoo, you can go through the gong. It's a simple journey in connecting with your spirit animals. That is the first place I would start. Is I take my students on a journey to connect with their spirit animals, out in nature, connect to their spirit guides. And really, it's all about building a relationship to nature, to Mother Earth, and to those spirit allies that are guiding us, our guardians. They're always around us. But if we could just tap into that energy, and the more frequently you journey, the stronger the bond will become with your spirit allies. And for me personally, that changed my life. 30 years ago, that completely changed my life. I wouldn't be the person I am had I not gone on that very first shamanic journey.
I am right there with you, energy sister. And something that I realized after shamanic training and journeying is you wake up and you see, you're more aware of signs from the spirit animals.
Yes.
Or, you know, different things. You see so much more.
You do, absolutely. And that's when serendipity and synchronicity comes in. And when you're in the flow, I always call it synchronicity central. You know, I love when I'm in synchronicity central. And you know, some things you can't make up this stuff. You really can't. It's just so profound. And you know, when you witness it, you just know, you know, a nudge, a wink from the universe, whatever it may be. Nature signs are all around. Nature is so alive. Everything is so alive. And, you know, and that's animism, you know, the rocks, the plants, everything. Wonderful trees are talking to us all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And all of that, it really can bring upon healing and empowerment and so much, can't it?
And complete transformation. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I know from my personal journey, that's exactly what it did. Yeah, my very first journey changed my life.
Oh
I was
my
never the
God.
same. And I mean, I did have to do a lot of healing. And, you know, we're always healing. I'm going to be a student forever. You know, that's just my journey. I may be a teacher, but I'm also a student. And these wonderful students are my teachers.
Yeah. Oh, Rosanna, that's a powerful statement. You know, we are always healing. We are always, you know, changing and growing and learning. That doesn't stop. And we don't want it to stop.
No, we don't. And it's incredible how much we evolve, how much we heal. And, you know, I've said it, and I've heard so many people say, well, how much healing can I do? And it's probably not about how much healing can you do. It's about getting from that stage to the next stage. And our bodies are so wise, you know, just like Mother Nature, Mother Earth, you know, is so wise. And your body will always tell you and show you. Your body will navigate you through all of your journeys. And you'll know when it's time to go through the next journey, to walk through the next door. And the doors are always opening, even though sometimes people say, it's been closed for too long. You know, what do? The door's been closed for too long. You know, well, breathe into it, sit with it, and know that that door is going to open. And sometimes that closed door, you know, is such a great teacher. It's right in front of us, and it's teaching us so much.
Yes, yes. And in your book, Enter the Journey, what would you say are a few of the topics and things you shared in the book that you really felt was the most powerful message that you were just so excited to share?
The most powerful message is really going on this pilgrimage into nature's mystery. You know, going on an inner and an outer journey. So going into the inner landscape of who you are. And when you go into your inner landscape on a very deep journey, your outer journey will completely unfold for you. The more we go inward, the more our journey from the outside, our physical reality changes. And then we create our own reality. It's an opportunity.
Yes. So what would you say to someone listening right now saying, I want to go inward. I want to go inward. What first steps do I need to do?
So what comes to mind right now is a beautiful image of a tree. Go to a special place in nature, find a special tree, put your hands on that tree, take in a deep breath, give thanks to Mother Earth, give thanks to the tree, and then ask the spirit of the tree, ask the spirit of the bird that may be singing to you to show you the way, to open a door. I mean, really all the answers are within. You know, we seek out, you know, out into the world to find answers here and there. And there's wonderful teachers. And I've been so blessed, you know, to meet so many teachers. But really the ultimate journey, the ultimate teacher is yourself, you know, and nature. So if you could merge into the flow of nature. I mean, look at the seasons. Look at, for example, we're in the autumn, you know, my favorite season, and the gracious dance of the leaves that fall, you know, off the tree, and they let go. They teach us how to gracefully let go. And sometimes in the book, you know, I do repeat, you know, loosen the grip, loosen the grip. And I say that because I know for myself how strong the grip is, and to the point where it's shocking sometimes how much we hang on. We hang on to memories. We hang on to the life we may have had, you know, previous maybe childhood memories. If we could honor those memories, if we could gracefully let go and do the wonderful dance like those leaves, it will just bring us to a completely magical and mystical place, not only within, but without, you know, outside of this journey.
Yes. And would you say there is just so many earth energies that we can work with and enhance our lives once we open up to that?
Absolutely. I would always encourage people to bless the place where you're walking, bless your home, bless your garden, bless the park. And when you're traveling, you know, to different lands, bless the spirits on the land, bless the people from the land. You know, I love and honor and respect the indigenous cultures from all over the world. And your life will change. Everything will change. Before I go on a journey, whether it's Sedona, India, in my backyard, I'm always going to give thanks, and I'm always going to have an intention. So if you're going to have an intention on this journey that you're going on, that will change everything for you.
Yes. So would you say gratitude and acceptance and just allowing can just do so much for us?
Yes, definitely, Paula. It just, gratitude changes everything. Acceptance is a hard one. It's a hard one for myself, for a lot of us. But if we could surrender into that acceptance, that changes everything. Again, the word resistance keeps coming up right now. So if we could befriend it, and if we could walk with it, if we could dance with it, and then move with it, everything will change.
Yes.
You know, because we're either in the past or we're in the future. But if we could stay in the present moment and fill ourselves with gratitude and pour that gratitude and that love out into the world, and again, bless all these sacred places in nature. They want to be heard. They want to be spoken to. They want to be sung to.
Yes, yes. And would you say then when we make that change in our energy to positivity and gratitude and openness, that sends a message to the energy that's going to come to us?
It does. It really does, because it's like a boomerang. And, you know, what you send out really does come back. And I know it's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's really discipline. It's all about, you know, we brush our teeth every day. So if we could build like a muscle to that gratitude and that discipline and honoring of the spirits, honoring of the land, honoring of ourselves, that totally changes everything. Yeah.
And that honoring ourselves and, you know, maybe taking the time to love ourselves. It's so easy to get caught up in life and, you know, forget to take time to love ourselves, even if it's with listening to one of our favorite songs or enjoying sitting by a tree or watching a sunset. I mean, you know, loving ourselves is a big key, isn't it?
I think it is, Paula. You said it right there. I think really, you know, love changes everything. And again, it's the discipline of moving into that state of love. We're human. We're reminding, ourselves and everybody else that we're human. But we do tend to give ourselves a hard time, as humans we do. And if we could bring more love to ourselves, then we can give more love to others.
Yeah. And share with us your website and a bit about what you offer to others, what services and such. Tell us about that, please.
Thank you, Paula. My website is www.themystikoracle.com. I offer online classes. I offer drumming and journeying workshops. I will be putting together full moon drumming groups, monthly full moon, and hopefully new moon as well. And I offer book coaching, visionary book coaching, really going into the imagination for those out there that are wanting to write a book and want a bit of assistance to just nudge that imagination within. I really help other authors do that. And healing as well, and Reiki and sound healing. So it's a whole bunch of things that I've been doing for a very long time. And yeah, I offer, so many courses, retreats, and one-to-one sessions as well, online and in person.
I love it. I love it. And yeah, there is such a variety of things, sound healing. I'm a crystal ball lover, and
Oh, me too.
the journeys and so much. That's awesome how much you offer for everyone, and the journeys, and you do one-on-ones. And
I do. Yes.
Wow. And I have to give you a heartfelt thank you for doing that for so many people, because you're enhancing lives. You're doing so much. That's just a beautiful thing. And
thank you, Paula.
Oh, wow. Do you see anything new in the future, like another book or anything like that?
Yes, I'm actually working on my third manuscript right now. So my first book was Awakening the Divine Soul, Finding Your Life Purpose. So this is the prequel to Enter the Journey, a mystical guide for rebirth and renewal. And then there's a third book. So that's a continuation, and that takes place in India. And it's a continuation of the two books. And I'm hoping that should be out end of 2024.
Yeah. Oh, well, we will look forward to that. We'll just have to have you on the show again.
Thank you. I'd love to come back to your show.
I love it. Well, with a few minutes left in the show, share with us what last words you want to share, and what you want us to think about today after this amazing conversation.
So the last words: be uniquely you, be authentic, embrace yourself, love yourself, and keep dreaming. Keep your dreams alive. Embrace the earth, embrace your guides. They're all around you. And just be yourself.
Yes. And the fact we do have guides. Do you have anything to share on for someone saying, well, I want to connect more to my guides? What would you say?
I would say sit quietly, close your eyes, take in a deep breath, and put your intention out there to connect with your guide, and ask for your guide to gently come through to you. You could sit with paper, you could sit with art, you could sit out in nature, and then within those 5-10 minutes after breathing, see what happens. Write down the first word that comes to mind. Draw the first color that comes to mind. Pick up the first rock or leaf or whatever it may be, feather that's in front of you, and connect to that. There's always going to be a message for you, but open yourself up to receiving. So that's how I would leave it. Open yourself up to receiving the incredible blessings of the earth.
Love that. Open yourself up to receiving. Ah, and that, I mean, that is everything, isn't it? I
It
mean,
is. It is.
that really is everything. That is everything. I have to share a fun story because of that. When I returned home from my shamanic training, a couple of days later, I went out to near my garage to take the garbage out, and sitting on top of the roof was a huge owl.
Oh my
He
goodness.
just sit there looking at me.
Oh,
eyes.
what a blessing.
Then I went back in the house. I came back out. He was still sitting there, and I stood there and looked at him for a few minutes.
Oh,
And I thought, okay, I should get a picture. I went in the house, came back out to take his picture, and he was still there.
that's magical. And you got the picture.
Yeah, and I got the picture. And I haven't seen one since. I hear him occasionally, but I mean, he just sit there looking me in the eyes.
Wow, that's powerful, Paula. So can I ask, what happened? What happened after that? What changed? What changed after that incredible encounter? Because that's such a blessing.
Yeah. I believe that was after that happened. It was, I had, I had just been a Reiki practitioner a couple of years, and then I had just kind of started my interviews, my radio show. And after that, it's like everything opened up. I was featured on the cover of some New York magazines, put in Times Square. And that all happened after seeing the owl. Yeah. I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah. That is magical.
Yeah.
That is really very shamanic experience there.
And for all of us to open up and just be aware and watching is huge, isn't it? And that's out there for all of us.
Yeah. Open ourselves up and just, let the magic happen.
Yeah, let the magic happen. Okay, that's how we're going to end our day, everyone.
All right.
Let your amazing magic happen, because you all have that magic around you. You are all amazing and beautiful and loved. How fantastic.
Yes. That's just beautiful.
Rosanna, thank you so much. Love, hugs, and blessings. Everyone out there, thank you. Love, hugs, and blessings. So much.
Thank you. Love and blessings to you, Paula.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.